Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, spiritual and mystical teacher of all sorts of things and so much more. Now, this read is a monthly read for the sign of Aries for the month of May 2020. So anyway, I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page if you're watching this on there as well. So I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if this reading resonates with you, or if any of my work resonates with you, but especially this one because it's on this video, please give it a thumbs up. But also and if you're watching this on Facebook, just a like would be wonderful, and or like and follow me on my page. So. And like I said, and thank you very much to those who support my channel and my Facebook page too. I really super obviously appreciate that. So, but I just want to let you know as well. So anyway, like I say, this is thank you for joining me. This read is for Aries for the month of May 2020. And it's kind of like wanting to repeat that again and say that to make it loud and clear, like spirit of just or Aries, the energy of Aries is just coming through, and I feel like I want to say that because it's like, well, they want to say that is because it's like we're just going through a period now. For now, things will get better. Okay. Anyway, so this read is for, like I say, for you, for Aries. I feel like I have to say it again, for May 2020, and it is suitable for, like, if you're Aries in the sign of moon, sign of the Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. So if you fall under one of those or are under one of those, depending on how you look at it. So I'm not sure why I'm saying all those words, but there's a lot of different ways of looking at things. So they're saying to weigh it up for yourself, whatever is going on with you. So, and I'd just like to remind you that these are general reads. So if it resonates with you, wonderful. If it doesn't, then just leave it. And if some of it does, and some of it doesn't, obviously just take what resonates and leave the rest. So right, and so I am doing taking bookings for readings. So at the moment, so just if you want to book a reading, my details are in the description box above YouTube. Below on YouTube, above on Facebook. So can contact me through there. Okay, let me see. So I just wanting to get some like grounding, some energy into you. Okay, when I connect, it's interesting because I tune in and I connect and I talk with with Aries, the astrological side of Aries, and the energy has come through like with a male energy, with a male masculine side of energy at the moment. So some of yous, because I'm like wanting to say he, so I feel like some of yous are wanting or needing, because there's a fire energy. Interesting. Interesting. That fire energy, because when I was earlier on, and I thought, I just got Aries, and it's like I heard that song by the Pointer Sisters, Fire, and then I thought, whoa, there's a lot of energy in there. So there could be, and like, so listen to that song. Some of you, it may be that you might need to listen to that song with the lyrics and just to lift your energy and, and just have a little bit of a giggle as well, because I'm having a bit of a giggle because that reminds me of that when I was younger, and that was one of my favourite songs with, like with a group of my friends. Anyway, so it could be that there's something, maybe some sort of something nostalgic is coming up for you, why I'm bringing that up. Okay. Anyway. So moving right into it. So the theme, I'm just going to use, for some reason I'm more drawn to use these tarot cards that I've got. So let me see. The Four of Wands is the card, as I was talking to you about the beginning, in the beginning. So why are they going there? It's really interesting. So it's a time to, it's beginning. It's like in the beginning when you set out to do something, like fairly recently, and maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, you might have started planning it, even like a little bit longer for some of you. But like, in the big, it's like, here we go, where we go, Charlie. In the beginning, when you first thought about this and you first put this plan into action, and then when you first actioned it, let's just talk about in the beginning, it seemed like a really good idea, and it was, and it is, it was, and it still, and it is. And it's like, and I hear, what I'm hearing is, and what I'm feeling is, the energy is like there's a bit of momentum. So there was that built up in it, and then it kind of like, and then it slowed, and then it changed, and then it's still, there's a lot of, gosh, what am I going on about? But it's something, it's like, and it's changed, okay, and it's like, something different has come out of it than you thought, and that's okay. And they're just saying, just to, it's something is moving, and you needed it to do it in that way before, because that was the right way to do it for you. Okay, when I say right, it's nothing about right or wrong in that sense. It was just like what felt right for you, or what felt best for you at that time and that point. Is what you needed to do, and you pulled it off. Anyway, there's some sort of a change that's coming up. And when I, before I go into these reads, I connect, as I'm connecting and going into a, tuning in and going like a brief meditation, I saw what was like a ship, a compass on a ship. First of all, it was like, so you steering the ship. And then I'm thinking, no, and then it changed, and I thought, no, that's not it, because it changed, and it was like more of what they showed was more like the compass, or a compass. So when you were steering the ship, it was like you were doing okay, you're still steering the ship, and so you may be feeling like something is out of control, or it's not in your control anymore. Or for a little while, or coming into it, because this is, May 2020 reading, and so I'm filming this on the 27th of April, 2020, of course. So it's like, and this is kind of the overruling card, or theme for this month, for the month of May, or going into the month of May, is, the Four of Wands, which the theme in that is a time to reap rewards. Okay, so in going back into that meditation, it turned into like a compass. So I saw you like in a room, or that, saw the compass in another room in the part of the ship, but it was a compass. And it's, when I say the other room, it was like, a room that was near the top, where you can see up the front. So there was a compass, see where the ship is going, a compass, but it was, going one way, and it kept going around and around and around. So, and then it slowed, and it went back the other way, and then it started to come around, but then it started to balance. Okay. So there's something about something, some sort of like, and I'm hearing like the words I got with it was like inner compass. For some of you, this is like your inner compass. Like you're not sure where you're going and what is happening, and totally get that because we're in this, or coming out of this lockdown today, and moving into level 3. So there is a certain amount of uncertainty, but generally, okay, with everybody, but we're talking about now, so there's obviously a bit of that, but I feel like it goes deeper than that, because there's something to do with some of you, it's about relationships, and some it's obviously about work or business, that side of things, and how things are going to go. But it's really, they're drawing me to the inner compass, because that is, when we're, when we're in touch with ourselves, and when we, and we're more aware and consciously aware of ourselves and who we are, and that sort of thing, and becoming more observant with ourselves and what is happening around us. They're looking at that way, in that sense of being in control in that way, and not wanting or feeling to be the need to be in control as well. So there's there's kind of like a two-way, three-way thing going on there. So whatever it is for you, but it comes back to like looking within. Okay. Okay, I get that now. When we understand ourselves more, there is, no need to have that, to feel like we need to control. That's where they go with it. Be in control of things. Okay. But on saying that, there is a time to reap rewards is coming out of that whole situation this month of May, and you're going to start to see that, because it's like things, like I say, things are starting to move, slowly but surely, and things have been like moving slowly but surely with this, these choices that you had made before, like in the beginning, what they were talking about, of this project, of this journey that you were taking for some of you, and well, actually all of you in some way or form. Yes, there's something coming up with on all levels, like a time to reap rewards. Okay, with the wands, and of course, the wands fire energy as well. So there's like, which is interesting with the fire. So it's like, and there's some sort of because the next card came. So I kind of like what I'm getting is, and what I'm seeing is like there was a change or there is going to be a change with this, as you're starting to see and feel and know and experience like reaping rewards in whatever way it is for you, like your energy change, and it's like this builds up your energy, your motivation still even more than what it was before, but I feel like it's solidifying something that you knew within. That's within you, that it's coming. It's like, see, I told you, sort of energy, and it's like, not just saying that to others, but to yourself. It's like, yes, I felt that, and so it's more of a trusting and a knowing feeling that's coming from that. So there's that feeling like of reaping the rewards in that way, and that you knew that there's something is turning, and there's that sort of something is turning around. So there's that sense of with that compass again, it's things are turning around, and there's finding more balance. Now the next card that came out was another fire card too. So fire, and when I say fire card, I'm talking about wands, because you are a fire energy Aries. So there's that life purpose and that motivation, and your energy is lifting, and there's new ideas, there's lots of new ideas and passion, and imagination that's coming. So there's something, an outburst of creativity again is coming out. And for you, throughout this month, it's not just because you've got the Magician again that's fallen out after that too. So there's some new opportunities, and new beginnings and talents that are coming out. So I'm feeling more like new beginnings, and new opportunities. So for both you and somebody else that's in your life, I do feel like that's like not so much together, but in separately. So it could be like work or a business venture, like for one of you and something. But there's something changes. Okay, it could be like a business partner. As something changes, like still be working together, but something, it's like they're going to venture off somewhere, and you're going to venture off somewhere, but it'll still be working together, because it's whatever you're both venturing off to explore comes back to the bigger pot is what I'm hearing with that one. So interesting. It's new beginnings and opportunities with the Magician, and it's like, if anyone's going to make it happen, I feel like there's a lot of you out there at the moment that will make it happen. You're going to make it happen. Okay. Oh gosh, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles, so that's just come out of that. So it's kind of like, wow, and she's like about, there's that love of luxury. So, and this is what I say, like with the Magician, with these cards and the energy behind you, you're going to make this happen. So it feels like for some of you, you will be the queen. For some of you, you will have that queen energy about you. Or you may need to look at that, allow yourself to be that Queen of Pentacles, and go in there. And I do feel like there's an amount of grounding. Sorry, there's lots of stuff coming through. I'm saying, slow down. So anyway, going back to the Magician. that feeling there is like you're going to be in that state. So that where you with like living that life of luxury that you're wanting, that you've wanted, and that you maybe, you know, have had before, but in a different way. So whatever way it is for you, we have all different views at looking at what luxury looks like or feels like, you know, to us. So it's like you've felt that before, and it's like you're coming back into that again. So next month, I feel like it's, you know, there's more of that knowing of that goal, or the goal or the vision or the dreams that you've had in the past, or even now and going in forward into the future. It's like really like going into that space and manifesting that space. Yeah. And manifesting it, because she's sitting on her crown, and I keep saying crown, on her throne, but it's like she's in her realm, in her element there, and she's achieved. There's that Pentacles, you know, sitting there. She's done all the hard work and she's achieved what she wanted to achieve, and there's more to come, of course, but that's just one cycle, and I do feel like there is a cycle there, and you will achieve what it is that you're wanting to achieve. So that and what you've been working on, and you'll feel it and see it more when you get there, when you get to that point. And it could be that you're nearly there now and you're feeling that, you know, you're really feeling it. It's like, but some of you, it won't be until the end of next month when you really, really super come into it. But and it's like, I'm hearing us, but so repeat that, you know, repeat that, keep repeating that, and putting that dream out, you know, out there for you. Yeah. Now the other card, it's just falling out as I was explaining that and shuffling, is the Justice card. So, and which is interesting that it comes up, but comes after that, because there seems to be, like, it seems to me, the feeling that I'm getting, like there's that feeling of justice has has been served, in the sense that you've come full circle, which is like the compass is like you swung around, and you know it's like you've been a little bit disorientated, and you've been from here to there to there to here and what have you, and it's like you've swung around that way and you've come back around this way, but then it's balanced out now. So wherever it is you are or going to, there's feeling that more centered and more of that and focused and more knowing and being in your pivotal point of who you are and what it means for you, basically, and what things mean for you with whatever it is that you're experiencing now, okay, and going through and coming, you know, and building on, you know, it's like, oh, so it's like the next phase, yay. But I'm just hearing like next month you'll feel it and you'll really know it, that actually, you know, you're at that place and you'll be feeling like that woman of luxury, that person of luxury. But there's, you know, like there's that feeling too that there's still more to come, but it's like repeating that, you know, repeating the recipe. You may need to adapt it for the future as well. You know, it's like for the next project, or, you know, whatever it is for you. And because this justice has been served, you know, basically, and there's some sort of balances, because, you know, there's justice is about, you know, balancing the scale. So in this sense, there's the justice is in the balance, basically, next month. So you'll be finding a little bit more balance with money. There's an owl that sits there as well. So there's a lot of wisdom there. So there's a lot of wisdom that's coming through, and maybe that somebody's sharing some wisdom with you, and you may not, that you might not have taken, like, say, fully on board. But I feel like this month, you know, has been, like, for a lot of us, in whatever way or form, has been a very amazing learning month about ourselves and how our relationships with ourselves and relationships with other people as well. So basically, yeah, a balance. Just the theme with this Justice card is a balanced mind found through logic. in a way. Yeah, a balanced mind found through logic. So, yeah, so there's a balance in that. Oh, okay, wow, it's pretty cool. And you see, look, she's got the sword up in the air, so there's all the different elements, and and it's all balanced basically, with thinking, with wisdom, with thought, wisdom, feelings as well, and she's grounded, very grounded, in her emotions and everything, that sort of thing. So there's a balance in there. So that's coming through, and there's that sense of like more knowing where the hell you're going as well, and that where you are is fine. There's like some other people, people around us generally think, or judge or make comment or blah, 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 but it's like, or overthink, and it's coming from their own way of thinking and being and emotions and blah, blah, blah. That's their story, and you tend to think that everybody's story is the same. So, but it is not. It is not. It may be similar. So it's, like I'm hearing, it's like, just carry on. You're doing fine. Whatever it is for you, and bringing in that, that energy, because you've got another Wands energy. So this is definitely you. Definitely about you, which it usually is. Comes back to us at the end of the day, doesn't it? So the Two of Wands. So in that, there's already work underway, as well. So, and it's like you may be like, there's contemplating things, thinking about things, looking at things, out, further out, even though you've got those two, your two wands there, and like taking action. It's like, because I see you between them, so it's like looking out, it's like, and there may be a decision between them, what is, about this and that, on saying that. And you're looking out into the wonder, and it's about how that's going to work. But I do feel like that for me, that's more that you have options, two options or options. But it's like things are underway for you to be able to create or do what, move in a direction. Which I do feel like it's kind of going to blend anyway, because it's like you've got the justice there. It's like they're just letting you know that there is some balance. So, and then even that there is work underway, because, that's come after it. And then the King of Swords has come out. The King of Swords has come out. Yeah. And, the King of Swords is, he has that authoritative figure. But he is a very fair and firm person. So I do feel like there may actually be somebody that's with you in your space, or somebody that you know of. It could be a father figure, it could be a partner, could be, grandfather energy or whatever, that is maybe in your space that's helping you to, with keeping that space. It could, a level head and a level mind, and having to find that balance as well with what you're doing. But there seems to be like something, because it's like that is, she has fallen come under the Queen of Pentacles. So it seems to me that there's a relationship going on there with somebody in life that is that King of Swords, that's helping you to see things a little bit more logically, but on the same time, having, keeping that balance. That's what it is. And at the same time, it's like you are helping him or them, it could be, whoever that person is, to keep like a balance as well. So it's kind of interesting. Because the Queen of Pentacles is obviously an earth sign. So it's, so yeah, there's that grounding and earth. So keeping each other grounded. Like, how cool is that? But I do, and then the last card that's fallen out is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about, that's searching for spiritual understanding, knowledge, and that sort of thing. And I do feel like that's what this, there is something that's come out of that for you. For him, for everybody, that's in your vicinity. But this is about, because this is about you, this reading, and what's going on. It's like, there's a wonderful, journey that you've been on, and it's taken you to more of that finding spiritual meaning within you, within, you know, life basically, and the way you do things and how things roll. So I just feel like there's this really real deeper inner journey, you know. That's why they were talking about that inner compass of, you know, figuring things out. But there seems to be a lot more balance coming for you in this month of May, and just a little bit more relaxed maybe, but still with that fire energy of wanting and doing and making things happen. Excuse me. So something may not be quite sitting right with you. So that's kind of like, even though that was a hiccup, there may be a hiccup, you know, along the way there. But, you know, it's just a hiccup. So you, and I feel, you know, so don't let that stop you. It's like where there is a will, there is a way, you know, and it might not make you, you know, think, you know, that inner compass that go a little bit wobbly there, or just slightly change, but you can bring that back into balance. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, that is for me and from Spirit. So I'm going to leave it there. Once again, thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I hope it resonates with you, and I hope you can take something away from that, and even if it is just a little bit of peace, calmness, a bit of love and harmony from the energy of it, that's amazing too. So that's cool. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave this with you now. So love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure to you, and bye for now.